From the OUTV Broadcast Center in Los Angeles, California, this is Brief News Brief, a brief look at today's trending news topics, proudly combating the thought police since 2016. Here's your host, James Heaney.
I'm James Heaney, and this is your Brief News Briefing. During a slideshow on the history of nuclear arms reduction, the president said he wants to increase nukes. 10-fold more nukes. Think about that. If we had 10 nukes, which we got more, it would be 100. 10-fold is 10 times. Okay? Now, this was during a briefing for the president of how many troops this country has stationed all over the world. The ongoing nuclear posture is something that is dictated by Congress every few years. So, the president's comment is offhand and will not lead to any policy changes, but it is widely believed that this is what's behind the rumor of Rex Tillerson calling Mr. Trump a moron. Now, think about it with me. He is kind of a moron if he wants 10 times more nukes. And follow me on this imagination journey. You are the president of an execution club, and there's an execution going on. You walk up the steps and you look at the guillotine, and you look at the guilty guy, and you think to yourself, and you tell the executioner, do you think we could get 10 guillotine blades to come down instead of one? The executioner will probably under his breath say, fucking moron. But the truth is, we have enough nukes right here, right now, to win any nuclear war, even if we were gonna lose, because we've got so many, that we could just blow them up here and end the world. So why do you need 10 more? Like, when is... I think really probably 10 nukes is enough in itself to probably protect yourself as a nuclear deterrent. It's just upsetting. So anyways, Rex Tillerson calls him a moron because who needs 10-fold more nukes on already the biggest nuclear stockpile in the world? But Trump shot back immediately on Twitter after these reports came out and said it was problematic and they're just being critical of him, and he used his famous spell he cast, fake news, which at this point I'm wondering, does he need to use a spell slot for this? Because he uses it too often, and I think he needs to rest and replenish, okay? These reports are coming, this whole meeting thing, this isn't even new news. We're just finding out. Rex Tillerson called him a fucking moron on July 20th. That's when the nuclear meeting was going on. That is so scurry. The Boy Scouts rocked the nation today, announcing that they would begin to allow girls to join the Boy Scouts. What's the world coming to anymore? Are there no rules? The main reason for the change is the coveted Eagle Scout badge that only Boy Scouts can get. Becoming an Eagle Scout is a long journey of commitment, and it can lead to career paths in politics and business. Well, being a Girl Scout leads to a life of cooking and cleaning and taking care of babies. My only question afterwards is, now what restroom do they use? If they're a girl Boy Scout, I don't want them in my bathroom. At least 17 are dead and 500 are missing as the Great California Wildfires continue this week to burn and devastate more than 170,000 acres. Today, the fires regained momentum as the winds picked back up and the evacuations continued in the Napa Valley and Sonoma County area of the Northern California region. It's rapidly changing. It's moving quickly. It's a fluid situation, but there's not enough water fluid because this fucking fire is burning everything in its path. The fire is growing, and this is California's deadliest fire in 14 years. The fire has charred entire neighborhoods. At least 2,000 homes or structures have been destroyed. If you haven't seen the pictures of this, it's insane. When I say destroyed, I mean nothing but ash left behind. Sexual predator Harvey Weinstein's been getting hit hard this week by ghosts of sexual interests past who are coming out in droves to call him out as the sick prick he is. The story broke last week with a New York Times article and has only begun to grow and grow as more and more starlets come out to talk about their experiences with this sick fuck. Clearly, the culture of Hollywood corrupts people, and there's this old Hollywood mentality of man with power gets what man wants. To the victor goes the spoils and the booty. Well, Harvey has been fired from his own company, and I think his days of his power getting him access to the world's most beautiful women has now expired. This is not the way that men can act towards women anymore. On Tuesday, NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell made it clear in a letter he sent to all 32 teams that he wants players to stand up during the anthem. The issue is going to be discussed during the NFL's regularly scheduled fall meetings in New York next week. The NFL commissioner is clearly trying to fulfill the wishes of President Trump, he spoke up just recently, and he has been speaking out on this issue. He throws his fat ass weight into this arena he doesn't belong, into the arena of the rights of sports players to have a peaceful protest while the eyes of America are on them. I believe President Trump thinks that all of these sports players play at the leisure of President Trump, which is understandable. He thinks the world revolves around him. But here's something I guess maybe I'm reiterating this many times, but taking a knee during the anthem is really, what does it mean putting your heart over there? It has no connection. But when I see these players put their head down and take a knee, it almost looks like they're in a moment of prayer. Is that disrespectful? It's not like this protest has people be like, when the national anthem comes up, use your fucking iPhone like it's you're messaging somebody. That would be rude. If anything, these players are giving the national anthem more respect than it's seen in years. Because when I hold my hand over my heart, I don't even know where my heart is anyway. I'm not a doctor.
Mayday, we are in trouble.
Everybody has said it's amazing the job that we've done in Puerto Rico. We're very proud of it.
The relief effort is under control. It is really a good news story.
Damn it, this is not a good news story. I am mad as hell.
Life here is very, very hard. It is bad. The truckers just can't get here.
They tell us, you know what? We have nothing to give you. Everyone knows our power grid is down. Whatever needs to be done, you do it. Improvise, we overcome. When it comes to saving lives, we are all part of one community of shared values.
There are lines everywhere you see lines to get gas, lines to get food, lines to get water, lines to get cash.